Hey guys, we're back here with another light novel, and this is a pretty good one. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's been a while since I've done light novels, and I really do enjoy reading light novels. And now that I'm going to be having more time for myself, I will be actually reading a lot of these light novels that I got. Before anything, I do want to thank J Novel for providing these light novels for me to review for you guys. I'll be reviewing these chapter by chapter, so make sure you keep up by these. You guys will enjoy the videos. I'll explain what's happening in the series, and you never know. Some of these sometimes become animes. You guys will know a little bit of what's going on before the anime even airs. The one that I'm going to be talking about today is going to be Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. And again, thank you again to J Novel. They provided this for me. J Novel is a great company that you guys can find mostly through your devices. You can get books through Apple Store. You can get books through Amazon, through the Nuke. There's different ebooks providers that they provide their books to that you guys can buy them from. I will link the website of this novel itself. They also have a subscription where you guys can read novel online through them chapter by chapter, and they release them before they even release them to the seller, so you can read it before anyone even gets it on their hands. So great company. Thank you so much for the opportunity. They gave me a few books for me to review for you guys, so I will be reviewing them for you. Before anything else though, guys, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that bell button if you guys don't mind, and you'll be notified when I go live when I upload videos. Secondly, guys, if you want to help my channel grow a little bit more, the easiest way right now is just to like, comment, and share this video. Make sure other people are hearing about these videos as we go. And lastly, guys, there is a spoiler alert to the first chapter of the light novel, so if you don't want to know what it's about, then I suggest for you to stop watching from this point. The synopsis itself basically is built up through this first chapter, and essentially we meet this one guy, Kazuhiko, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He's from Japan, businessman, pretty regular life. It's got, I guess, how he declares himself too when it comes to work life. But he has a different side to him, and that is that he sleeps for 12 hours. And the reason he does this is because he is transported to a different world where he himself can control his dream, or at least that's what he thinks it is. And there's elves, and there's all different other creatures, dragons and stuff like that in this world. He says each time I die, I just wake up, and then I go back to sleep, and I basically revive. So he essentially is being transported to another world. He doesn't know that. As a reader, of isekai, you kind of know, like, okay, he's going to another world during his sleep time. What he does, and what I think is amazing, is that he cooks his dinner and leaves it by his bedside, so when he wakes up in the dream world, he has food for him to have. Now, he explains the whole thing, the whole process of food is so hard to get. Food is, it's one of those resources that you just, it's not that easy to retrieve in that world. I mean, and it's not hard, it's just, it takes too much time, and that's basically why he cooks his meal. Now, I think that's going to be a keynote to know for the rest of the series, is that he can, for whatever reason, transport food. I don't know if that can be other things, if you can transport, like, clothes or a phone or whatever, but he can transfer food. He then has a adventure, and I won't talk about the adventure itself. You guys can read that part and figure out what happens. But through this adventure, essentially, we meet this girl called Marie, and there's different things that we learn about Marie. Marie, when she first met Kazu, let's call him Kazu because he has a long name. She didn't really like him. She was iffy about. She was an elf. He was a human. Elves and humans don't really go well hand in hand in this world. So he eventually built up to her because he kept reviving for whatever reason. And at first she freaked her out, but now she kind of accepted it. We also learned throughout their adventure that there is a clear distinction of races. Even though the beast and the animals, you have lizard man, you have other beasts that are kind of humanoids. They're human slash whatever else. And there's so many languages. The elves themselves only speak the human language and maybe their own language, but she was impressed that Kazu was able to speak to the lizard man and other creatures, and he just said, well, I figured it out. I just kind of started speaking to him. Now, what she doesn't know is that even though he looks like a 15-year-old in that world, he's actually like a 25-year-old or 28-year-old in the other world. What she also doesn't know is that he's been coming there ever since he was a little boy, and every single time that he goes to sleep, he ends up in that world. So she doesn't know all that information. Anyways, guys, the story itself moves to other parts of the world, and they just kind of explore a cave where a dragon is and stuff like that, and they have a good time. It's one of those small adventures that you just learn more about the world, other than the adventure itself being complicated or whatever. So after all that, we then see him dying because of the dragon, and he wakes up and he's stretching and he's about to get up to go to the restroom, and now and behold, Marie is hugging him. So I think that was the whole reason she ended up in Japan, was that she was hugging him. I think anything that he puts his hands on will transport with him. So that's how the chapter ends. He wakes up, she's there in the room with him, and she's asleep. So that's basically it. Now she's in Japan, so now we have the premise of the title: Welcome to Japan, Ms. Elf, or Mrs. Elf. Sorry. So, anyways, good synopsis. I'm really interested to know where they're gonna build the story mostly from, because it really felt like they were going somewhere with the isekai, with the other world aspect of the anime. We were getting some good characters. We were getting some character build-up. We were getting some distinction between, who is the boss and who is not in that world, and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if they're going to end up going back and forth and build the story both in Japan and in the other world, or if they're just going to stay in Japan and build the story from there. I do see a lot of different things that could go well with building a story in just Japan with an elf, finding out new things and stuff like that. I think it could easily turn into more of a slice of life, less of an adventure / isekai. But that's not precisely a bad thing. Also, I think from what I see in I don't want to show these pictures because I'm not completely allowed to show these pictures. But from what I see in the pictures at the first part of the volume is that the light novel shows us that it's only her. She's the only girl there. There's another girl, but she doesn't seem to be interested in the guy. So it tells me that there's going to be a little bit of a romance story as well. Is that completely right? It could be wrong. It could be right. I'm not sure. At this point, they're my first impressions and my opinions and just my maybe this, maybe that. I'm not really sure. So let me know in the comment section below, guys, what you guys think about this series. And if you're going to be checking it out, make sure you check it out at J Novel Club. There is a link down there below for you guys to check out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell button if you guys don't mind. And you'll be notified when I go live and I upload videos. For a rating on this one, as of right now, I'm going to leave it at a 7 out of 10. I don't think it deserves lower than that. I think it did a great job for the first episode. But at the same time, I don't know where it's going, so I don't want to give it too high of a rating yet. So we'll see what happens next. Thank you guys so much for that love and support. If you haven't done so, like, comment, and share. That always helps these videos, guys. And let me know if you are interested in the second chapter of this series. I will be hopefully reading it when I'm out in vacation. So I will still be reviewing it for you guys. You just won't see the typical background that you always see here, so nicely set up for you guys. Anyways, guys, thank you again, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.